Everybody, welcome to my studio. Let me get set up here. I think I'm going to do a landscape this evening. What time is it? 7 o'clock. Wow, I just got done with band practice, so I got time to do one more painting today. I figure I'll do a landscape. Something that I'm used to doing. Let me get started. I'm gonna start with the sky today. I'm hoping everybody's doing well today. It's what is it, Wednesday? I was off today. I'm actually off tomorrow, but Lisa and we have to go play in Bellevue for the 4th of July party. That's going to be pretty awesome. I think that's going to be pretty cool. We were working on some country. We're also working on this guy named John Prine. Some of his songs. They're more like folk country type songs. They're pretty cool. They're funny songs. So we got like 2 hours of music. I'm using this new paint right now. It's Sennelier acrylic paint. And I haven't used it yet on a landscape, so let's see how good this stuff works. Maybe I'll do a big mountain today. I do a big mountain, so we'll put a little pink in the sky here at the bottom. This paint, it's pretty good. It's I was using it on my flower arrangements earlier, and the paint's really thick. It's really, I guess, it's almost like oil paint, kind of. So you just got to either put some additive into it. I have some flow additive here, or you can just use glaze or water, whatever you want. I pretty much used a little water to get this down the sky. Uh, Let me put a mountain in here real quick, then I can finish the rest of the, let's do like let's do a tall peak here. Do a couple tall peaks. There we go. Just some distant mountains back there. I bought some new brushes the other day, so I'm trying those out as well. Look at that mountain already. Wow. Pretty cool. It's looking pretty good. I got 1 like already. Cool. That is a pretty cool mountain in the sky already. What I'm going to do, let me just put some color down here so I can get all my underpaint done. I'll just put like a yellow ochre mix with burnt umber down here, and then I can get started. I can get started on the painting. We'll make maybe a couple hills in here. So it looks like I'll have a hill here and here in the front. And we got a big valley here in the back here. There we go. All right, so I usually call that my undertone. This is what gets the painting started for me. And it'll change a little bit here and there, like depending on how I do my mountain. But at least we got some color down here. Do-do-do. Let me lighten up. I'm going to lighten up. I'm going to try this white out and see if I can lighten up the distance here. I used the white, but it fades into the color and it kind of turns a light yellow. There we go. Very nice. So today I'm going to use my new brushes. I got a round, I think it's a number 6 round. I'm going to use a brush on my mountains today instead of a knife, because I want it to look more like a brush painting, like it was done with a brush. Unsung, hey, how's it going? Yeah, bring some friends over. See if this is dry. Yeah, it's pretty dry, so I'm going to lay some white up here, just a little, just to get the idea of what's going on here on these mountains. Looks like I got a few peaks in here. Look at that. Let me zoom into this for you so you can kind of see what I'm doing. You want trees like right here? Is that what you're saying? When I get to that, I'll put some trees there for you. Let me do the mountain first, because I usually drag it down into the landscape. Then I'll do the trees here. We could put some clouds up here too next. I usually use a knife up here, but today I'm going to use a brush, so it looks like there's brush strokes in the painting. This paint I'm using, it's really thick, so you gotta add either water to it, or it's called first time I ever used it. Sennelier, it's a French acrylic paint. Comes in these packets. But man, the paint in here, it's almost like toothpaste. It's real creamy, is what I'm trying to say. It's different than Liquitex. It's different than Utrex. It's different than all the paints. So you got to get used to this kind of paint if you're going to use it. But so far the colors look alright. I mean, it is what it is. Yeah, let's see who's in here. Squid Nun. Oh, I'm going to do an octopus tomorrow. I'm going to do an octopus sitting on a table with its arms out and up in the air, and it's going to be pretty cool. It's going to be more like a cartoon type painting, but this is what I'm doing now is more like fine art, realistic. Look at those mountains. These mountains already look cool. Wow. Man. I can't believe those mountains already. Let's do a little work on these since I'm off tomorrow. I don't have to go do my show. I play in 2 bands. I have a show tomorrow. But since I have a little time tonight, let's put a little detail work in these mountains here. I'm going to try and darken up some of the cliffs so it looks more 3D. Just by adding some dark color underneath the white. Just like that. It gives the mountain a little more depth, you know. All right, I like that. Let's do some clouds now. Since this is a new white for me, I've never used this titanium white before. Let's start with some small clouds down here. some clouds. Pretty cool. Pretty cool clouds. This white is really thick. I might have to like put more water in it or something. It's really heavy paint. It's really opaque, which means it covers really well. I like a white that's more transparent for the clouds, because then you can blend it down and you can see the blue underneath the white. It kind of helps create shadows if the white is more transparent. That looks cool. That looks cool. It's a lot of clouds, but it's a cloudy day over here by the mountain. All right, I like that. Let me, I gotta stand back and look at this too close to it. Ah, Rick Fuchs. How you doing? I just did the clouds. I don't know if, I'm not done with the clouds. I'm going to put some shadows in them in a little bit. But I do the clouds, there's like probably 10 different ways I do the clouds. This way is really easy with the fan brush. This fan brush is pretty old, so my tops are kind of rugged up there. I usually use a different white. It's more transparent. You can pull it out to get some of the blue to show up underneath the white. But this white is really, it's I mean, it's a good white. Sennelier titanium white. It's really, it says it's opaque. Oh yeah, it is opaque. I'm going to see if they have a transparent one next time I go to the art store. So when it's opaque, it really covers well. I mean, it's covering all my blue there. You see it? It covers pretty good. Put I'll put a few gray clouds in here. I don't want to put too much. There we go. I just put a little gray in there sometimes just to get a little shadow. You can see how the white is soaking in to the gray underneath on my mountain. So what I'm going to do, because I really like the way, you know, a knife looks up here, we'll just put a little hint of white with the knife. What it does, this paint will just lay on top now, and it won't soak in anymore. You don't have to do it everywhere, just maybe right at the peaks here. But now it won't soak into the color underneath now, because it's setting on top. There we go. So now it looks like snow. It's a different look. I might as well put some hills in there now, since I'm doing this. Alright, I guess it's time for some distant trees now. If I could find my knife, I'd do like a pathway coming up here. I'll do that last. Let me do some trees here. Wow, I really like that. I'm going to run some trees down this way the same way. I like the way these are so like dark trees, man. I'm going to bring them down a little quicker. Uh, make some like, these are almost going to be like, not evergreen trees. These will be more like maple trees. I'll probably put red in them to make them look like a Chinese maple trees. But look at that. Look at how dark those are on that golden color. I'll sneak a trail right through here. I think this is going to look good. Where's my knife? Oh, there. No, that's not the one I need. So we worked on that song today. I think it's Blind Melon. Alright, let me do a trail way back here. I shouldn't have put all this white here. Now I gotta somehow get through it. What I'll do, I think I'm gonna darken it up real quick. So I can put a trail. There we go. I want to put like a trail coming through here. Alright, there we go. Wow, this is looking good. I could also put a tree here coming from like the foreground. I might do that before the painting's done to kind of fill it all in. If you've seen me paint before, I like to put these trails coming from way back here. It just kind of helps draw the viewer's eye into the painting. I'll bring it right through here. And it doesn't have to be very detailed. Just a hint of a trail, you know. I don't do these, when I do a landscape, I don't really put much detail into it. I just like to throw the paint up there and go from there. I like to, I put a light highlight on these trees real quick just to see what I got going on here, just to separate them, just so I can see what my trees are going to look like here. Just in a light white. See how it kind of gave them a little dimension there? That way it helps you see what's going on here. You could almost run a trail out from behind these trees now if you wanted. This white is really different. It's really creamy. You can see I'm having trouble with it. I've never seen an acrylic paint so creamy like this. It's almost, I think the way they designed it is to be like oil paint, is what I'm thinking. It's the first time I've used it, so I'm just guessing. Yeah, you can use a mop brush for the clouds. Sometimes I'll use you can use a round brush too. You could use a filbert brush is good. There's another way I do my clouds. If you want to do like really small clouds on top of these, you just take a knife and kind of scrape in some color across like this. It makes it look like you got stuff on top of those other clouds, so it gives it more depth, you know. You just take a knife and wipe it on there, just like that. Let's see, what do I want to do now? I'll put some distant trees back here. I'm going to try and lighten them up because they shouldn't be as dark as the trees up front here. I think somebody said I was going to do this in the chat room. We'll put some kind of distant trees back here. I didn't do it on this painting, but I usually lighten all this in here with white to make it look further back. I'll let these trees dry and then I'll do it. I'll put a whitewash on it like this, and it really lightens everything up. It helps the mountains look further back. Let me let those trees dry and I'll show you what I mean. Now there's a lot of different types of trees. You can do here. Like I'm thinking about putting at least one tree here in the foreground. Let me do some rocks first. I'm going to do some kind of rocks in the front here. In the foreground. These are fun to do. Got paint all over my knife. Let's try this white out again. I think I need to put more white down. I ran out of white, so I'm going to squeeze some more of this. Here, I'll show you what it looks like. Look how thick that is, man. It's like, it's really creamy paint. It's acrylic paint. It doesn't run like Liquitex. It's like, I mean, you're supposed to mix white anyway, so you want to mix another color in there with it anyway, but so I met, you know, you're going to mix something down with it, so. All right, now I can put more white on it. There we go. Some kind of rocks there. I'll have to probably hit it with some more white when that dries. All right, let me do, I want to put a tree in the front here somewhere. I don't think I'm going to do a, I don't think I'm going to do a, I think it needs a big tree here, but I might leave it out. I'll just do like a bush over here that I can highlight with some flowers or something. And we'll put, maybe there's some kind of grass growing on in here. There we go. All right. We'll put one hint of an evergreen tree here. This is looking really good. I don't know what I did with my liner brush. Where is that liner brush? I want to put some birds up here, but I gotta go through my brushes tomorrow since I'm off. I got brushes that I've never even used before. This says it's an oil brush. Alright, I don't have a liner brush. I'll have to use my #1 round. Do 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 do. See if this works. I guess it's alright. It's not as small as I'd want it, but there, we got some thick birds up there. Do 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 do. Ba ba da. I think I'm gonna try and wash this now with the light white. I hope it works. Might have to open my window. It's getting a little warm in here. Trying to think what color. I want to put some color on those trees. I just don't know what kind of color. We'll try a light green first, see what happens. Yeah, I like that. I'll make these, try like a yellow ochre on this side. I don't know. No, not yellow ochre. We'll put like a greenish. Greenish, same thing. Just to get some color up there. There we go. Do 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 do. 46 minutes. Not bad. I got 5 likes. Is that right? 5 likes? No. Yeah, 5 likes. 6 likes now. I'm thinking about putting one of my birch trees in here. It goes through the whole painting. Really dark tree. But I don't want to mess all this work up in here. The only place I have room for a tree is right here. But it's going to cover a lot down here. Right in here. Maybe right on the edge. Kind of leaning in here. Do 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 do. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Unsung hero. Alright, I gotta think here what I want here. I guess I'm gonna put a skinny tree. It needs one in there. I've got just enough pink to do one evergreen tree. It's gonna have to be really skinny. Right through here. No. Right over here. No. I'll just put a small one here. So it doesn't, well, I want it to go into the sky. I'm just going to do a trunk. How's that sound? We'll do a dead tree. We'll get the round brush. We're going to do kind of like a tree trunk going up. So that way I got something in the foreground here. That'll work, and I'll just highlight it. I don't want to put any leaves on it. Pretty cool. I like that. I'm digging that, man. I am digging the tree. Wow. That looks amazing. I'll give you more of a straight shot on this. That's more of a straight shot. Let me get the crazy world going. Wow. I think that was a good decision. That type of tree right there. It really it puts something into the foreground, uh, which it needed. Right on. All right, guys. I'm glad you guys showed up, a few of you. Thanks for all the chatting. I'm gonna do my trail, make my trail a little brighter real quick, and that's it. Yeah, if you guys ever try this paint, you'll see what I mean about how creamy it is. It's you'll probably have the same problem I did. It's this brand here, Sennelier. Seems like, I mean, it's pretty good paint. It's just you got to work it a little more. I know a lot of people out there don't even like the mix colors, but I mean that's a big part of your art to mix. Ba, 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 da. Usually a birch tree, you would put this on like this way, but I should put it down straight down. All right, I'm done, guys. I appreciate you. Thanks for stopping in. I'll give you a front shot here. There we go. Quick landscape in an hour. Thank you, Unsung. Thank you for stopping in. I appreciate it. Let's put some filters on this real quick. 8mm. I really like this one here. That looks so cool. Document. Sepia. Let's try the sketch. Nah. Haunt. That one's filter's called Haunt. Here's the silver. Silver. Glamour. Dream. The dream one, you got to kind of shake it to, you get that dreamy effect. Alright guys, these bubbles actually move a little. It's weird. Six likes, really cool. Alright, I'll see you on the next painting, guys. Thanks for stopping in. You've been awesome. Cheers, everybody.